Yeah. In your house with O'Con. Hey, O'Con in your house. Hollywood in your house. Hypocrisy's head in the clouds. Curating all kind of loud. Wrestling in front of the crowds. Paragon's holding it down. Anybody can get it. Josh Joseph standing on his decisions. He is the voice. There is no choice. We is them boys in your house making wrestling noise. Moving fast just like cruiserweight action. In your house is the perfect distraction. Rumpus in your ears when you in traction. Get this work with some wrestling action. Smoke. What is up, guys? What is cracking? It's the Con Man, and I am in your house. And you guys already know the vibes. Anytime we slide on through, we here to give you that work when it comes to professional wrestling business. And man, it is Monday. And I know normally I don't come to you live on a Monday. You know, we got a lot of things going on. I mean, of course, this big upcoming weekend, the Royal Rumble is coming to Indianapolis, and I have a really big guest coming on this show to talk about the surrounding festival that's going down. That's Naptown Combat Crossroads. But I got to tell you guys real quick before I bring my guest in, damn, I'm excited. Like every single day that gets closer and closer to this weekend, I'm like, oh, man, this weekend is about to be crazy. Now, listen, this is my first Royal Rumble, and this is my first time experiencing, well, it's not my first time experiencing this something like here in the city, but like just the vibe that is coming, the energy that is coming with the Royal Rumble, how stacked it is. They're going to talk about it a little bit later on when they go live on Window Liquors, and they talk all things going down Raw on Netflix as we lead up to the Royal Rumble. So I'll go ahead and leave that to them. But what I do want to talk about is the festival that's coming around this great event and the great work being done by Naptown All Pro to bring this to the city of Indianapolis. I mean, you're talking about promotions like Game Changer Wrestling. You're talking about promotions like Wrestling Revolver. You know, they have AR Fox's school. He's popping through. That's crazy business. Like, that's tight stuff. I mean, everything that's going down with MWT, they're coming from the south, the east. It's crazy. But you know what? We talk about everything that's going down with this. We got to keep it with the city. We had Jay Rose on here, and he was a great guest. We had Jay on here, and man, what a great conversation to finally catch up with Jay. That was great. Then yesterday we had Noah Vale. Noah Vale, man, listen, it was a great conversation, most definitely. But today we get a chance, I get a chance, and you guys get a chance to hop up in the chat and ask him anything that you want to ask him, and that's a longtime homie of mine. Man, I've got a chance to work with him in Emerge locker rooms. I've got a chance to see him do his thing at Naptown All Pro. And man, this man is a killer, a king beast. And he is also independent professional wrestler and part owner of Naptown All Pro, Chase Holliday. He's coming to talk to me about everything going down in the city of Indy. What is up, brother, man?
What is up? How's everybody doing? How you doing, man?
Doing good. I appreciate you coming on, bro. See, I saw you sipping on a little drink when I brought you on. I saw you on the move, bro. You moving, bro. You was moving. But I appreciate you coming and taking time because I know that you have a really busy week coming up this week and getting ready to have some great shows. And personally, you getting ready to have some great matches. So it makes sense why you'd be a busy man. But I do appreciate you taking the time, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. If you ever need my time, especially with a week coming up like this, my time is yours. I know we had some slip-ups we were supposed to do, you know, Saturday to Sunday to today. I'm glad we were able to get it figured out. It was definitely a priority of mine to make it happen, especially even with as busy as my week has been. I was like, I need to do this podcast. Like, it wasn't like, oh, everybody like wants to do stuff, and obviously I want to be here, else I wouldn't be doing it. But also it's like I need to do this, you know?
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
For us and for the city and everything like that. So I'm excited to be here.
Man, I'm excited to have you back here on the show. You know, you were a part of a really big documentary series that I did 5 years ago, and that was the Black Awareness Summit that I did back in 2020. You were a part of that. So it's great to have you back on the show as a part of another documentary series that we're doing, the Heart of Indy Wrestling Docuseries, to highlight everything going down with this great festival that's going on and coming that you guys are putting out there for Naptown All Pro. Man, I got to ask you for everything that you've done, all the work that you put in. Like I said, and like I've mentioned in the past, you're an accomplished professional wrestler, well known here in our area as one of the best tag teams in the area, of course, with Sean Kemp, and and I've got a chance to see it firsthand myself and call it on commentary. It's been great. But I got to ask you, man, this week specifically, this big Royal Rumble week that is coming here, I got to ask you, because I asked the same thing to Jay and I asked the same thing to Rose. So I got to ask you, what does it mean to you, man?
Uh, First of all, thank you for everything. Thank you for just the praise and the compliments. I appreciate it. But this week is something that I look forward to more as the days go on, and I'm sure as we all do. But especially as somebody who's not originally from Indiana, who migrated here from going from California, going to training, and then
Yep.
migrating here, and feeling like just a great accepted favored son of
Yeah.
Indianapolis in the state of Indiana, and feeling like I've made a mark, and to be able to create something for the city such as Naptown, and then to be able to represent it at all times and to represent it in such a big way, in a big manner this week by hosting the Royal Rumble. Everybody always talks about, the Northeast has the best wrestling, Southeast has the best wrestling, West Coast has the best wrestling, and this is just going to be a small sample size to show that when I talk about Midwest wrestling, when other people talk about Midwest wrestling, that it really is the best, and people can finally see it for themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and I've been around the scene for a while, and I got to tell you, there's great talent that comes from here. Great talent, and the city of Indianapolis, when they get something like this, we're known to rally around these type of things and show what we can do. Show that, hey, we might not be a attraction city or anything like that, but when you give us something, we own it. We take it to
Oh,
heart
absolutely.
and we make it our own. And honestly, that's one of the best things I love about Indiana.
What a great example of that is being around for obviously Caitlin Clark getting drafted to the Fever
Yeah.
this past year, and watching a city just everywhere I would go, they would have signs Caitlin Clark this, Caitlin Clark that, and to watch and feel the heartbeat of the city migrate to this one person and just attach on to something that they love. Uh, Being able to attach that now to wrestling, and so other people can feel what it's like to be in the city of Indianapolis and to feel the city be alive during a time like this. Like, it really does come together, and it really feels like one whole community. It really does feel complete. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, no, most definitely, man. I agree with you, and I really like the comparison that you make there with the way that the city just rallied around Caitlin Clark, and it really is just a testament to what to who and where Indianapolis is. And we're right here in the heart. This is the heartland, man. And here in the Midwest, we just take things and we just take it too hard, most
Yeah.
certainly. So I got to tell you, man, I know that you are an accomplished pro wrestler. You've done a lot in your time and traveled, been around. I got to ask you, man, is this, and I'm sure, listen, first I want to say, I'm sure it's hard to kind of stop and smell the roses, especially when you keep on going like now. But I mean, like, one, you're thinking about the fact that you personally are wrestling and you're wrestling quite a bit throughout the
Yeah.
course of Royal Rumble weekend. Is that something like a notch in your belt? Like, of course, we're going to talk about like WrestleMania, and if you comparing this weekend to a WrestleMania weekend and how big that is for a talent, and that's a milestone. Are you putting this as a notch in your belt that you're wrestling so much Royal Rumble week?
I am a very proud individual. I like to pride myself on one, keeping my head down and doing the work. And I like to pride myself on being a marathon man to be able to wrestle as many matches, whether my body wants me to or not. I will keep on going. I did it at our first Hot Boy show where I wrestled 9 matches in a day. So doing 9 matches in a day and then doing potentially 5 or 6 matches in a span of 4 days, that just sounds like I have too much time on my hands. So being able to do that on such a big stage as Royal Rumble weekend, and to be able again to show Indianapolis wrestling, to be able to show Acid Graps, Night 4 style wrestling, and just our brand of hard hitting and our brand of Indianapolis violence, and to be able to have that and to have these platforms to do so, I'm really excited to open a lot of people's eyes.
Hey, that's gonna be, man. That's definitely gonna be exciting, man. And you, once again, like I say, you do a lot of good work on your own as an individual wrestler, of course, as a tag team wrestler as well. But man, I'm seeing it, I'm feeling it. Everything that's going down around the city of Indianapolis, and with this big event, I mean, you guys are bringing some from fire here to the Midwest. You guys are bringing Game Changer Wrestling. You guys are bringing Wrestling Revolver, and it's going to be great. MWT. I got to ask you, man, like, when you guys put this together, when you guys formulated this, is this exactly how you guys were forming it, where you guys would bring in all these different promotions, make it basically a WrestleMania week, but Royal Rumble week, and kind of see where it goes from there? Because as you know, I'm 100% sure you know, we have a SummerSlam that's coming up in time. We have a WrestleMania that's coming up in time.
Yeah.
So my thinking, or at least my question is this exactly what you guys were looking for? The groundwork towards doing something big on a SummerSlam and a WrestleMania?
This is, in the grand scheme of things, this is a small step for what we want. Our plan is always bigger and better, and to put on more for the community.
Sure.
We always want to essentially have people know that you can come to Indianapolis, but like this is Naptown territory. So I don't want to be like, oh, we're gatekeeping or whatever, but like your best shot of having success is by working with us, because J Rose is all the groundwork. They're always in the streets, in the local businesses. They're doing all the flyering, spreading the name, getting our message out as any way possible. Jay is our social media person, and they carry that on their backs, making sure that anybody, if you have a social media platform one way or the other, you will hear about us and you will see our content promoted. And to be able to have those people put that out there, and to have everybody come through and recognize, oh, if we want this to be successful, we need to work with these people. And it's like, that's absolutely true, because you guys aren't in the city, every day of the year. Like, you're not spending nights out in 20-degree weather or in 70% humidity, flyering, walking downtown, going downtown for First Fridays. Like, you guys aren't doing that. So when you come to visit, you can't just pull up and just be like, oh, we're just going to do this thing, especially with how difficult it is to find venues within the city and venues that function for a wrestling purpose. So for everybody to come in and be like, hey, we need your help, is just a testament to the work that we've done and continue to do, that people recognize, oh, we need to work with these people, because obviously it's not our town and we can't do this just on our own, So that's a small step for what we want. It's happy to have GCW around, happy to have Wrestle Revolver around. Midwest Territories, family to us, so glad to have them around, obviously. And this is, Royal Rumble, and this is, like I said, it's a major week. I don't want that to be understated, but it's a small step into what we have coming in the future, because like you said, we have a SummerSlam coming up. We have a WrestleMania in about 2 years. So it's baby steps to keep evolving from what we are now to where we will be in the future.
Yeah, most definitely. I see the vision. I absolutely see the vision. So, all right. Um, I have to ask you a favor. Just a favor. Just do this for me, okay?
Okay.
I need you to work as hard as you can to bring a Wale Mania to
Oh,
WrestleMania here because I need to be there, man. I need
okay.
to be there. All right. I
That's
know,
going to be something you don't think we were trying to do it for this week, you know?
man, I'm just saying, listen, I can wait. I'm good. I will I'm cool. I'm cool with being the 40-year-old dude just hanging out in the corner enjoying. Like
Hey,
I'm just trying to be there, bro.
WrestleMania comes to Indianapolis, we will make Wale Mania happen.
Yes, yes, that's what we want. I want to be there, pull up for one of those. That would be amazing. But yeah, man, like you're saying, there's just so much. You guys are building the infrastructure for what is going to be huge in the next couple of years, and not even knowing what's going to come outside of that, outside of a SummerSlam or outside of a WrestleMania. I mean, we just had Fastlane last year, and I was there at Fastlane, and I can say that it was packed.
Oh, yeah.
Gamebridge was packed, and I think that Indianapolis has been showing for quite some time that it is, in fact, a wrestling town. And this is just a testament to what you guys are doing. I truly, Chase, I truly think that the timing is right for what you guys are doing because, man, wrestling is just really booming. It feels like more pushed out into the mainstream. So I think you guys have a really great shot of being successful this weekend. But I got to ask you, man, is there any particular show, match, possible moment for you, whether it be for the city of Indianapolis or for yourself, that you're looking to obtain over the course of these shows between Thursday and Sunday?
Uh, One thing that there's a few things I'm sure I'm looking forward to. The first one off the top of my head, if we kick off the week, is the Incarnation Gauntlet. I've been a
Yeah.
part of the Incarnation Gauntlet before, and so to see it, I was part of the last Incarnation Gauntlet at the last sub show that ran a couple years back, and to see it come here, I would love to be back in there and to win the whole thing. Especially, like I said, I pride myself on wrestling as many times as possible. I love being a marathon man.
Yeah.
I love the idea of entering number one in a gauntlet or any type of rumble match and lasting the whole way. That's just a crazy person in me.
Yeah.
So if I get a chance to be a part of the Incarnation Gauntlet, I plan to win the whole thing. Whether I come in first, second, third, it does not matter. I'm gonna run away with it. So that's my plan. That's my goal is to be in that. Uh, Obviously, the love show for Trey who passed away.
That's going to be huge.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'm just looking forward to making that a real special for him. And I
Hmm.
know his son will be around, and just the love that will be in that building, and just everybody being there for the right reasons, and everybody wanted to represent for the right reasons. I think everything as a whole is going to turn out real special. And then to end the weekend with me, Hoodfoot, not actually wrong match, me and Camaro, because I'm tagged with Hoodfoot and Takeman twice, so I was going to get it mixed
Yeah.
up. But me and Camaro, the nap show to send everybody home after the Rumble to show that there's still life in the city after the Rumble. Uh, we're tagging Monarchs of Might for the Naptown, tag team championships, where it's us, the Infantry, ARMKZ, and Night City Machine Guns. And now, as a person that has wrestled in Indianapolis for as long as I have, multi-mans are kind of a staple within the city.
Yeah.
Multi people matches are always some type of chaotic, always some type of wildness, and I'm looking forward to everything that's going to be involved in that match and creating something special that night too as well. So two separate different kinds of specials for different reasons, but to be able to end the weekend uh, in that match after the day after the Royal Rumble, and to show that there is life in the city, there is wrestling after, within the city, and there's stuff to do after the Royal Rumble, so you don't just have to be like, some people are going to leave right after the Royal Rumble, which good on you because it's going to be real late at night.
Yeah.
But, to be able to wake up the next day and was like, I wonder if there's anything else to do. And it's like, there's going to be something to do. There's going to be more wrestling. We're not done yet. So to keep the party going and just continue to show what we're made of, I'm looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, man. I'm really loving what you guys are doing personally, man. I mean, for me, it's just it's cool to see, and I was like, what can I do to help this even in my small little way? And this is exactly what I came up with, and I'm glad that I did, man. So listen, we got to take a little commercial break real quick. I got to pay a few bills here, and then when we come back, we are going to continue this conversation. Guys, stay with me now. I'm going to be talking to Chase Holliday.
Hello everyone, it's the Pope Elijah Burke, founder and president of the Love Alive charity. I wanted to take this brief moment to share with you my charity's continued humanitarian efforts to positively impact the impoverished communities in and around the greater Jacksonville area. This cannot be possible without your support. If you'd be so kind, please take a moment to visit our website, love-alive.org, to learn more about the charity and its mission. Also, feel free to donate to our 501c3 organization that operates off of the donation of the public, which is you. Whether that be by website or via Cash App, $1 help makes a difference in the lives of others as we continue to positively influence many people by being the change that we wish to see in the world.
So, yo, how you what? Mr. Lisbeth, I would call you Hunter, but I don't really know you that well. Mr. Khan, both of y'all, both companies. I just really want to say thank you. Now don't click off this video. I'm still an independent warrior. I know the glazing is crazy, but we gotta call it like how it is. Those gentlemen have done an absolutely tremendous job showing the world that Indianapolis is a wrestling town. And I really do appreciate that. But I gotta keep it real with you, man. I gotta do what's best for us here, all over Central Indiana. I gotta put on for everybody from Castleton to Southport, Post Road to Hallville. These are the people that I'm worried about, real Indianapolis. And I don't want to exclude you. To you and anybody else who wants to come see real Indianapolis, real independent wrestling, come rock with us. Open invitation. We got this nice little place over here at the Fountain Square Theater, just down the road from the House to Paint building. From Thursday, January 30th to Sunday, February 2nd. From the middle of the week, from the middle of the map, right there in the middle of the ring. Just know, our foot's gonna be in the middle of your ass. Much love, your friends, and Naptown All Pro.
Hey guys, welcome back to In Your House. And guys, I'm sitting with Chase Holliday. This week is coming up. It's about to get gritty in the city of Indianapolis with Naptown All Pro presenting Combat Crossroads around Royal Rumble. It's a big week. Absolutely. If you want to talk a little Raw on Netflix leading up to the Royal Rumble, come back to us at 7 o'clock tonight, right before Monday Night Raw. Is my man, the voice, Josh Joseph, the Grunmeister, and the Chaos Goblin, Kevin Calloway. They come and they talk all things Monday Night Raw. That's Window Liquors, the Raw preview review show. Check that out. But right now, we're continuing the heart of Indy Wrestling Docuseries with Chase Holliday. And Chase, man, I know that this week is gonna be big. I already know. I just feel like no matter what, you guys are going to win, and it's going to be a victory. But I gotta ask you, is there anything that's coming out of this weekend that you are the one singular thing that if you can't get nothing else out of this weekend, you get this from this weekend? Everything going down, every show, Royal Rumble, the people that's going to be in here. What's the biggest thing that you're like, if I don't get nothing else, I got to have this?
That's a good question. Everything's been moving so fast. I don't think I've narrowed down one particular thing.
Sure. Sure.
I think what I would like is I would just like to remind myself that through it all, to make sure that I have a moment to take it all in.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Especially in the midst of everything, aside from all the matches and all the crazy stuff happening, all the shows going on, all the wrestling that I'll be doing, all the show running I'll be doing at the same time. Everything is just a moment in time, and I want to be able to make sure that I carve out time for myself to really just enjoy, no matter how stressed or chaotic I may feel.
Yeah.
Just enjoy how cool this is going to be. Like, Chase as a kid, Chase before he got into wrestling, Chase before he started training, never would have thought he would have been hosting a weekend like this. So I want to be able to make sure that I, enjoy that and really let it breathe.
Yeah. Yeah, no, most definitely, man. I'm just looking here at some of what you got going on, and I gotta ask you because I know I was there for the show where like it was a fatal four-way, and I believe it was you, Kemp, Hoodfoot, and Tank.
Yep.
And man, what a hard-hitting match that was. So now, as I bring it up here, you got a lot of stuff going on here. You're it looks like you're teaming up with Darius Carter. But let me ask you this, man. Let me ask you this. Now, NAP, you, Hoodfoot, and Tankman. Tell me a little bit about this because I know you guys were out there like and listen, I get it. Big dogs, they got it. Sometimes they headbutt, they go head to head, but the way I see it, you guys are putting on for the city pretty much throughout the weekend. What is this connection with you three, and what do you think you guys are going to continue to build through this weekend?
Those are my brothers. At the end of the day, through and through, we've been around each other so much. We've been through so much. We've been there for each other's lows, each other's highs. We're always cheering each other on. We may not see eye to eye on a lot of things. Actually, we may not see eye to eye all the time on some things.
Yeah.
But we all essentially have the same vision in mind one way or the other. Us teaming and being on the same page is not going to be a worry. When we had that match, that was a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was a minute ago.
So we're all on the same page ever since then. Sometimes brothers fight, but we've been good. We're excited going into this match. I'm always excited to team with my brothers. Me and Hoodfoot probably haven't actually teamed in a long while.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun to revisit some of the chaos we got to, some of the punishment we got to send out with each other. And then me and Tankman always have good chemistry. He was just at my house this past weekend before he shipped off to DPW. So he's over here often. So those are my guys. We're on the same page. We're probably just going to grow stronger and closer coming out of this weekend, which is more dangerous any time we have to team up again in the future. But this is a resemblance of calling the Avengers together to put on for the city. And
that's
the
how
only
I
person
see
we're
it.
missing is Kemp. So this is what you're going to get. We may not be at full force with all four of us, but you're still going to get the best of us.
Yeah, and I when I saw that, I was like, dang, I'm excited to see that. Just three heavy hitters, just side by side by side. That's gonna be heavy. And I really dig that. But let me ask you, man, we got the Royal Rumble coming here. A lot of people are going to be funneling in for the Royal Rumble, and you guys are putting on a lot of great shows here. We got the lineup here. But listen, I know you guys are doing some sort of, I mean, what's some about some after party going down after the Rumble? I'm trying to see
Yeah,
what's up with that.
there's going
What's
to be
going on?
an after party show after the Rumble. So it'll be some live music. It'll be some wrestling going on. So after the Rumble, if you still got the energy, if you're still feeling up to it, because I'm sure people are going to be hyped up afterwards, just ready to go. And if you are, we got something for you then too. If you don't want to go home, if you want to stay up till 2 a.m. and beyond, then we got something for you. For all those late night freaks out there that want to stay up late
Yeah.
after the Rumble and get weird and crazy, we got something for you. Come see us at that.
That's awesome. I love it, man. I love the fact that you guys are doing all this, doing everything that you guys have got going on, man. So, like, this is heavy for the show. I'm super excited about it. But, man, like I said earlier in the show, man, I've got a chance to work with you for quite a few years now, at a couple of different shows. And it's been really fun, man. It's been a good experience, always a good vibe. um I gotta ask, what's next for you, man? Because you got this big weekend coming up, and man, I've just always really enjoyed what you do, whether it be singles or your tag team work with Kemp. I really enjoy tag team wrestling. So when I see you guys on a card, I'm like, damn, I know that shit's about to go hard. But man, I gotta ask, what's the plans for you past that? Like, I know you got a big weekend coming up. I guess I want to ask, like, what's next for specifically Chase Holliday?
For Chase Holliday specifically, it's been for a while now where I just kind of let things come to me and stop chasing so much. Because sometimes people will just chase one thing forever and don't realize some of the blessings that are around them, or some things that they could have had if they just stopped for a second. So a lot of what I've been doing is just letting stuff come to me.
Sure.
Like now, after this weekend, my next focus is I have a Summer Pro Championship match at the start of March. I have another match that I don't know yet for a promotion that I'll be returning to later in February. So it's always kind of on to the next thing.
Sure.
It's about letting that next thing come to me as opposed to like trying to hunt it down. And I just kind of focus on, put your head down, put the work in. Always make sure you put in the work in, even when nobody's looking. Is the best time to be doing so. And what's meant for you will come to you, and when it is, you'll be ready at all times. So that's always, I got a match in February, and I don't want to say anything yet because that promotion hasn't gotten to that date yet. So once they will, everybody will see it. You can follow me on socials if you want to see it at Chase Holliday X. That's Holiday with 2 L's. And then after that, I'm whatever my next Summer Pro Championship, title defense is going to be.
Man, that's gonna be crazy, man. So with everything that's going on, I know that you, once again, specifically you, have got a lot of stuff moving. I know that you're going to be in the ring a lot. One of the matches I saw, I think you're going to be taking, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're supposed to be tangling it up with Leon Ruffin.
Oh no, not me, not not yet. I know Leon has a match with MV Young on the Rude Awakening show where it's WWE.
Oh, it's that one.
Versus Rude Awakening. So MV Young and then Leon Ruff are going to wrestle, and the winner of that match will wrestle Broner for the
Naptown Pro Championship. That's going to be crazy. There's going to be, there's just going to be so many names in the city that it's hard to keep up with it all, man. You got names like Bronner that's going to be up in the mix. You got Darius Carter that's going to be up in the mix. A whole lot of names. And I got to ask, man, the outside representation that's coming in from Indy, how's that vibe, man? As far as like, of course, you guys are doing everything you can here, but you guys are pulling resources from, surrounding promotions from different areas. What's that vibe been like?
So it's been great. I think, especially with a lot of people that we have seen as our peers before in the past, and that we've associated with, and that we've been cool with having them see what we do and always wanted to be a part of whatever we were growing. Like, Broner's not from Indianapolis, but he's our reigning champ, and
He's the champ. Yeah.
Consider him an outsider. That's fine, but also he's put in just as much work as anybody else that's been here. So to have more people that have seen the work we put in and that want to continue to contribute to what we do and to continue to push our message forward and to continue to push our brand forward, it just feels real good to have those people that be like, hey, we see you from the outside. We want to come in during this crazy weekend and help elevate it to whatever we can to help it go to another level,
Sure.
So that having people from all around that want to be a part of what we do is great.
Yeah, most definitely, especially with something as big as the Rumble that is coming up. And man, let me ask you this. You talked a little bit about that Love show. We talked a little bit about the Northern Anna Posse and everything that goes down with that. I just gotta ask you, man, and if you don't want to say, that's cool, I'm cool with it, but are you going to the Royal Rumble?
I would love to. Listen, I'm a crazy enough individual
Yeah.
to where my week already looks like I get up at work for 4 a.m.
Yeah.
and I basically work till about 2:30, 3:30.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
to give a preview of what my week is going to look like, and then I'll sprinkle in the Royal Rumble, is from 4:30 to about 2:30, I go to work Thursday. I'll come home. I'll pick somebody up from the airport.
Yep.
I'll wrestle Thursday night. I'll come home, and that show doesn't even start till 8, so it ends whenever it ends. Go home Friday, wake up at 4, go to work till about the same time. Friday, make sure everything's running smoothly, try to squeeze in a lift, eventually end that night. Saturday morning, I got Saturday Slammers, so I'm doing that.
Yep.
Got the Love show at 2 p.m., doing that.
Yep.
If I can get the Rumble in there, I will be getting the Rumble in there as best as possible. And trying to make it happen as long as my wallet allows me to.
Sure.
And then after that, I would be heading to the after party and doing whatever I got to do there. If that includes, wrestling or making sure everything's running smoothly, I'm doing that. And after that, I'm ending it all on Sunday with, hopefully as a tag team champion.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
if I can get the Rumble in there, granted, let my wallet allow, I'm gonna make it happen. I don't care how tired I am. I already plan on being insanely tired Monday. I'm gonna be crashed out. But it's going to be okay. It's all going to be worth it. So if I can get the Rumble in there too, hell yeah.
Most definitely. And so you talked about your match at Out the Gate, and we just had Noah Vale on the show just yesterday. It was a really good conversation. And you look to take those tag team championships. And I gotta tell you, like, speaking to Noah, I'm not sure I've met a more confident individual. I mean, my God, definitely not short of any bravado. So I guess you're in this match as well, and you're looking to get the tag team championships. Do you have any words for your competitors in this match?
Everybody knows who I am. Everybody knows what I can do. Everybody's felt what I can do to some extent. So if they can make it out of this match by their own will, their own volition, their own accord, without any help, good on that. But they're not leaving with the championships.
Hey, fair enough. Ladies and gentlemen, Chase Holliday. Man, I appreciate you giving me your time, man. And I know you're tired. You're always moving and working. I get it. I be tired too. I'm always moving and working. But this week especially, I just commend you guys for everything that you guys are doing, like, and trying to bring to the city of Indianapolis and really making this something big, man, because like it's great for wrestling fans like us here in Indianapolis. And I'm pulling up to some of these shows with my son, and he loves it. too, you know, and like to be able to take him to something as massive as like a big wrestling festival. I mean, that's what everybody does it for, is really the memories, right? And like for me, yes, like I'm excited to see the action, and I'm excited to feel the Royal Rumble, feel the city while it is having these massive events that Naptown All Pro is putting together and stringing together. But mainly, man, I'm just thinking about the moment and being in that moment and being absolutely present in that moment and appreciating that, because like it's going to be massive. I personally am highly appreciative of what you folks are putting together, you know, and yeah, man, I'm just excited, all around excited for everything that is coming to the city. So, man, I appreciate you bringing yourself on here, giving me some of your time between everything that you got going on. I know we talked a little bit before the show. You about to get a little lift ski in, so you know I get that. So thank you, man. I once again, much respect for all y'all and the message that you guys are bringing. Not just the wrestling. We love the wrestling for sure, but the message with the trying to curb gun violence in the community. I love that. I latched on to that immediately. Like you, I'm also from, you know, Southern California, and so you see a lot of, you know, rampant gun violence. So, you know, the fact, and then the same thing in Indy as well. And the fact that you guys are bringing awareness to that to try to curb that. Once again, the wrestling is great. You guys put on an amazing product, and you guys are putting on an amazing festival, but mainly just what you guys represent is really what has me saying, hey, man, you're right. Indianapolis is a wrestling town. So, Chase, thank you. I appreciate you, bro.
Thank you for having me.
Man, this was a great conversation. I appreciate you guys sliding on here. And guys, remember, a little bit later, 7 o'clock, Window Liquors, and it is going to be the voice Josh Joseph. It is going to be Grunmeister. It's going to be the Chaos Goblin, Kevin Calloway. He just had his debut at Frontline Pro. I'm sure he's going to be talking about that. And we're going to be putting in work as we continue the Heart of Indy Docuseries, and it's all part of the work, and that's HOWSC, and that W does stand for work. So for the Grunmeister, for Hypocrisy Jones, for the voice Josh Joseph, for Relentless Ray Larson, for Divinely Designed Annie O'Neill, of course, for the Chaos Goblin Kevin Calloway, and the world's most dangerous podcaster Paragon, I'm Alakon the Concept House, here to remind you to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend to hop on this bandwagon. Get on or get gone, because the household is still going mighty strong. You guys have a great day, a great rest of your week. Peace.
Yeah. In your house with O'Con. Hey, O'Con in your house. Hollywood in your house. Hypocrisy's head in the clouds. Curating all kind of loud. Wrestling in front of the crowds. Paragon's holding it down. Anybody can get it. Josh Joseph standing on his decisions. He is the voice. There is no choice. We as them boys in your house making wrestling noise. Moving fast just like cruiserweight action. In your house is the perfect distraction. Bumpers in your ears when you in traction. Get this work with some wrestling action. Smoke.